Hello you beautiful creatures, how the devil are you? I hope you're well. If you're new here, my name is Lou, or Lucifer, as my friends like to call me. By my friend, I mean my ever-growing army of demons. Go on, because you're so, you know, intent on being in the shot.
Hi.
Go on. What are we doing?
We're here to meet Avatar.
Where are we?
In London.
So we're in a really interesting hotel, and I'll tell you for why. So, to be fair, no, you did really well, like really well for this. Where are we? What's it called?
The Belgrove Hotel.
The Belgrove Hotel.
Opposite King's Cross.
Sounds like a horror movie hotel already. So, the hotel we're in, this is what the room looks like. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. And then they have like a communal bathroom and toilet area. By communal bathroom I mean a cupboard, and by toilet I mean a cupboard. It's very...
Is it the cupboard next to the stairs?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's right.
It's so unnerving. Yeah, so we are here to do the Dance Devil Dance music tour, the movie, so the making of the album, which is so exciting.
The event's called Avatar Makes a Killer Album.
We're very excited for it. So basically what it's going to consist of is we are going to go to, whereabouts is it?
The Everyman Cinema.
Yeah, the Everyman Cinema in Islington.
Yeah.
And we are going to watch the movie they've made about making the album, and then what they'll do is they will do a Q&A, and then they will do like a meet and greet. So hopefully we'll be able to film as much as we can. I don't know how much of it I can film. Probably can't film the movie, which is absolutely fair, like it's understandable. It was, I can't believe we came across this. I
came across it because because I signed up to the mailing list. Because I was thinking, please do a tour, please do a tour, please do a tour.
Yeah, they're not touching the UK, are they?
No,
at the moment.
I blame Brexit for a lot of these things. So yeah, then we've got the notification saying that that they're doing this special Q&A thing, and they've done it in the States. And I joined the Avatar Country membership club, so I got first dibs. So I managed to get one, but I could only get one for myself. So originally it was just me coming down, but then they put them out on general sale, but the remaining tickets. I was like, Lou, you've got to get it. And now I'm here. Yeah, so it's going to be really interesting. A lot of people ask us how we go about doing these things. It's literally like getting on the band's like mailing list. Potluck as well. Potluck
as well, absolutely. Also, oh, what are they called? Records.
Banquet Records.
Banquet Records.
In Kingston.
Yeah, so if you go on their website and you sign up for emails, they will tell you like every other month if they've got like a band signing, or if they've got like a meet and greet, or they've got like a photo op coming up, because that's how we met Papa.
And that's how we also did the Q&A with Parkway Drive. Yeah.
So absolutely do it. Like, we're not sponsored by Banquet Records at all.
But we sing their praises.
I wish we were. So yeah, no, it's just keeping in the know and letting you guys know, like, if you know your favourite band is doing something, you could potentially go to it. So yeah. Also, it's worth joining fan groups on Facebook. It absolutely is, 100%, because then you find out different things. So that's how we found out that Skinned was doing a meet and greet afterwards. After each show, yeah. It's how we found out that Will went back to the stage door to meet the fans at Creeper as well. It's just being in the know. Yeah. So we're gonna go to Five Guys. We're gonna walk. Yes. And then we're gonna do the thing. Because it's not, surprisingly, the UK is being hit by Storm Jocelyn. But that's only the north. We've escaped it. We've come down south. Yeah, I know. I'm not complaining. And it's quite nice out there. Like Lou was saying, how am I not cold in shorts? Was that was surprisingly warm. It's a man thing. It is definitely a man thing. What, 10 degrees, which was what, download at night? Yeah, pretty much. So, we hope you have a horrible time in the best possible way. Yes. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the door? This is what it looks like. This is our lock. If you're thinking Jack the Ripper era, you'd be right. Oh my god. So this is this is it. I've got to show them the bathroom. I've got to do it. So if you shimmy the other way.
Oh, is it down there?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
So this is the shower. I don't know what's behind there.
Nothing.
And then, yeah. So this is the toilet. It's not ideal for people with birthing hips, let me tell you.
We're only here for a night.
I feel like I'm in hostel.
I've ever done in a cinema. But, you know. Oh yeah.
So this is pretty damn nice. They've got their own footstool. Feel like a little bit posh in this. I like this very much. It's very comfy. And of course I had to get the t-shirt because of course I did, because I'm a fangirl and I'm a simp. We move, so we've literally just been let in. Everyone's been so freaking nice. I wouldn't expect any less. But yeah, we've literally got the bar up there with the popcorn that they make like in a, I wouldn't say old-fashioned way, but then Gareth is down there because he's part of the Avatar country. And yeah, this is really exciting. So yeah, we're literally waiting for like half an hour for everyone to get ready, and then we're going to watch the movie and see what happens.
So the film just about starts now. A few technical information: the bar manager is now closed, but if you want any food or drinks, you can come outside and order in the entrance. After that, we'll have a Q&A, and after the Q&A, you'll have a chance to meet the bands. And during that, the bar will be reopened, the merch stand will also be open, and then you can have some drinks afterwards. We'll be open until 11. That's it, and now enjoy the film. Thank you very much. The title, what was going to happen, but I just thought, oh yeah, I'm watching a band recording their album. This is cool. Had the shock of my fucking life. I love how we're all British as well at the end, and like no one dared clap. Everyone's just gonna silent. What do we do? Did anyone jump at that? Did anyone say, oh yeah, liars. You're absolute liars. Okay, so thank you so much for coming down today. The band are going to be coming on stage soon, so without sounding like a mum, if you do need to go to the loo, now is a good time. You're all good? Everyone good? Right, so have you got questions to ask the band? Yes. Lots of thumbs up. I think I remember you from the Q&A last time. No, yeah, you had a notebook. Yeah, you had a notebook and all the questions. This one. Okay, so the band will be coming up very, very soon. Are they at the back? They are. Okay, so I want you to be a little less British for a moment and give a massive round of applause for Avatar!
Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Good night.
Do you know what? We did a Q&A. So how many people here were at the Q&A that we did at Rough Trade? Just one, two, quite a few actually. You told me at that time, you were like, do not talk about the film because it's not going to be out yet. How have you managed to sit on this and keep it a secret?
I don't think we really kept it a secret though. I think I forgot to keep it secret after a while. And at some point, because we have done 2 screenings like this, one in Sweden and one in the States. And at that point, I'm sure it's been talked about in places where it is. But we wanted, before putting it out in the world properly, streaming it somewhere or whatever, we wanted to get a few more chances of doing this because it strokes our egos so and it's a good time.
Do you know what? Everyone, I know everybody here had a good time. I had a good time watching with you at the back as well. Everyone was terrified. They were jumping, they were trying to act cool, but they were all jumping. Let's go.
And because we mostly spoke Swedish, you think the acting was good.
You know what it actually says on my notepad down here? Ask about the acting and if you had acting classes, because the acting was actually good.
No, the acting was in Swedish. Because that was really part of the idea. Like the seed planted for this was during the pandemic. Me and my wife, among many movie marathons one ended up having during the pandemic, was watching all the Paranormal Activity, all 7 or whatever, whichever, how many there are, I don't remember. But watching through all of them and kind of going, this is cheap and therefore maybe doable, and realizing that if we do something that actually, 95% of the time we're on camera there is an actual documentary of us actually making the album. So then if you sneak in the terrible acting and do it in Swedish, so people don't hear how much we sound like infant robots or whatever we are, it means that we might be able to get away with more and have a fun twist to the film we made.
And so it was an idea that you came up with your wife.
I don't know if my wife came up with it, I was watching the film. No, but that was the starting point. Then we had a particularly bad day of writing really awful songs that never to see the light of day ever. And me and John, we were in a pub drowning our sorrows after that and kind of having a quarter-life crisis. We were like 24 years old.
Midlife crisis when you're 25 years old?
Yeah. And I think that's if you are in a band and therefore you choose to not do a bunch of other stuff at that age, that's the first time in your life where maybe you see what else could have been, because you have friends who went directly to, college or whatever, and therefore now have a degree, a job, wear a tie, have a car, and here we are, and we got, at the time, felt like nothing, and we were pretty depressed, I would say, and me and John quit the band for 15 minutes, then we had a reunion, because there was one song in particular we wanted to finish, and from that time we Blackballs that time decided, okay, but this is our last album, and if it's our last album, what we like that to be, and kind of get over ourselves or think about other people's expectations, this whole thing, and we keep that idea very much alive every time now, that every album is to be treated, if this is the last thing we get to do, what do you really want to do now? And so we always chase that high of making it feel as important as it always has been, because it's harder and harder to find that nowadays, and it would be very easy to fall into a slump of, well, we're kind of established, this is our sound, and Jonas does solo, and you would kind of, become a parody of yourself, or just rely on, they liked this thing we already did, so if we kind of try to infer that, maybe we get lucky again or something. And with that mindset, the passion of that every time is the most important thing we have ever done. Yeah.
Together, how do you interact and find that inspiration?
Okay. For us, the process starts by all of us sitting on our own, just recording all different ideas we get. Sometimes it can be a whole song, sometimes it's just riffs, and then as we get further into the process, we start having meetings together, listening to everything, picking out the best parts, and yeah, putting the pieces together. And I guess, I mean, all of us listen to every kind of music, so we get inspiration from pretty much anything, whatever is happening in life at the moment.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Now I'm trying to remember how you worded it, that part of the question, but I don't think I've learned, in my case, to not necessarily go into a song looking for the intent before I even started. That you can also trust the process of, if you feel like coming up with music that ends up sounding in a certain way and you start stringing words together, maybe initially just aesthetically what seems to become a, pretty lyrics that fit the song, and then I trust that there's some kind of subconscious process that it will, as the song starts to come together and become hopefully good, is around the same time when it starts to articulate itself what it actually is about and the meaning, and so I don't necessarily chase inspiration first and then to write. It's better to just start writing, and the inspiration in it comes and goes in waves, and you just stay on it, the task of it, and the song will, how do you say it, unveil itself for you over time if you just keep at it.
We usually, like as Jonah said, we usually start writing separately the people who can actually play other instruments than drums. And then I come in and then, when we start to talk and listen to the songs together, eventually we will always meet up and we will start to talk about the songs and write together as well. And the cabin you saw in the documentary right now is actually where we usually, we go to places like for a week, a session or something, and just sit together, everybody, and just write music. And this cabin, we've been since, I think, our second album or something. Always had at least one session in this cabin. So that was very nice about actually recording a full album, because we've been talking about for the last, 15 years or something to actually record an album there. And then we start to rehearse, and that's the process. I think you asked about the process, right? Yeah.
When do you work best? Because I hear from a lot of bands that actually they work and write their best stuff when they've had enough. When they want to go home and see their loved ones, and they're tired of being in a house full of dudes.
There's something to that, absolutely.
Is there?
Well, there's something to, I think you also, I think there's a saying that you ride up a storm. That once you have having that first idea is pretty hard, but once you have start to have a few, having ideas gets easier, and you don't necessarily even remember what it was like to be stuck on something. Because when you're talking about, yes, put some chords here, together, like, I don't know, for instance, what's the song, Valley of Disease? That song, we had the riff and we had the verse, different versions of the verse, but essentially what ended up being there. But we didn't have an entire song, but we just loved what we had so much that, okay, learn it, we bring it to the studio, and figure out that chorus once having recorded all those other songs and being so much in it. I picked up an acoustic guitar, kind of had chords and the vocal melody and everything. Without exaggeration, maybe 15 minutes, walk over to the other guys, this and do something cool, and you can, guitar, and and that was it, But early in the process, because that wasn't early song we got stuck with, and weren't able to finish, and it just became this huge mountain of, it's impossible to write anything good that goes with this. But so that got both treatments, and it really changes the deeper in you are. Don't know if it's necessarily about being fed up, but it's just, you're just so in that way of thinking.
If you had to eat somebody in the band, who would it be and why?
Oh,
if we have to resort to cannibalism to survive.
Yes.
This is my plan.
Okay.
The order you would eat. So.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So here's the thing: we got these 4 gentlemen here, and yeah, there are certain things you have to take into consideration when you resort to cannibalism in this setting, right? It's sustenance. Of course, you need the nutrition. Then, who do you need alive to keep yourself alive, and who is a danger to you? So, family men needs to go quickly because they have things to live for outside of, outside of themselves, makes them very dangerous. And you also have to sort them in how sociopathic they come off being. Me having had these thoughts is number 1 on this list. That being said, I'm going to keep myself alive. So I will start with Henrik. He's in pretty good shape. He has, we're not mean people, but as far as having some kind of mean streak, I think Henrik is up there relative to the rest of this band, docile like cows. So Henrik goes first. John, also again this, slightly sociopathic, and then I think a strong will out of need to survive for others, not just himself in a way, but he's not as dangerous as Henrik. His joints are noisy. Like if he would try to sneak up on me, it would sound like him stepping on a bunch of dry twigs, and I would snap him like one of those dry twigs. So John is second. Not a very filling meal, but will last through the night. So then we got Tim and Jonas left. And I think Jonas is physically the strongest in the band, I'm pretty sure. But also probably the least aggressive person I remember, just not very explosive like that. And between those two, also Jonas is easily the most handy person in the band, so he would be useful in this kind of desert island situation. So Tim would go first in that setting. And also nowadays we are all vegan on stage, but before we turned vegan, I think me and Jonas are the 2 people who enjoy the taste of meat the most, meaning that he would be the one the easiest to convince that eating the others would be a good idea. So Jonas would last the longest. But then I would kill him and use his dress for rope.
Good question.
Okay. So you've got your hands full with the next film.
Show the nice people what you got.
Look at that.
Isn't that good?
And show the lovely people what you got.
Well, I mean, I pretty much got the same thing. They are so nice. They're amazing to me. This has been freaking awesome. It's been so good. Special shout out to Sophie K, who did the Q&A. She was absolutely phenomenal. Asked all the right questions, got everyone really comfortable, and she was really nice to speak to. Oh, yeah. Really, really nice to speak to, especially about like imposter syndrome and just keep plugging away essentially. The band, so lovely to speak to. Yeah. So nice to speak to.
If you can ever do a meet and greet with Avatar, do it.
Yeah.
And if you can see this film, see this film.
It's not what we thought it would be.
Oh no, it goes on a swerve, but honestly,
it does. It massively goes on a swerve. I'm not going to give anything away because that's not fair.
Just expect a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, it's so much fun, and it's so nice to see like the process because it shows that something perfect like an album that Avatar brings out. It starts from something simple and nothing, and you have to keep doing it over and over again to make it what it is.
I'm just going blurry.
Oh,
there we go. I'm not blurry. It also just proves that everything that in art, it's a labour of love, and seeing the process behind Dance Devil Dance. Yeah. And obviously we've seen some of the final product at Download, seeing it live. And
it's so good. Avatar is so good.
We can't wait to see them come back and do a proper headline tour.
Yes,
but
please.
This has been a good substitute for a gig.
Yeah.
Very good substitute.
So with that being said, we are pretty much done. I am afraid I didn't put in too much because I didn't think it would be fair. I only put in bits and pieces of the Q&A. They may have the full version up on Avatar Country. I'm not too sure about that. However, it is now my job to go and edit this. So I'm going to go and do that thing. But before I do that, I just wanted to say, if you did enjoy this vlog, or if you enjoyed any vlogs that we've done recently, please consider subscribing. Like, this is a massive love of ours. We love doing what we're doing and bringing you guys along with us to show us what can basically happen, what's going on, and what's out there, like, for you guys to enjoy, because there are a lot of empty seats tonight.
There were loads.
They could have easily been filled up, but yeah, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing. We also have a Facebook group.
Yeah.
We also have a podcast. We also have a Instagram, which is 9Loucifer6. You can check out all of the links there. But yeah, please give us some love, please. We are literally teetering, and we are nearly at 2K subscribers. So we would really appreciate you guys along with us on this hellish journey through life. So yes, we hope you've had a good day. If not, that's okay. Always remember, tomorrow's a new day. See you later, guys. Bye. Bye.